Hello, welcome to another League reveal video. In this mini-series, I'm covering the reveals about the upcoming League that Jagex is releasing daily. Today's post is all 3 combat relics. In the past 2 leagues, we've had a set of 3 relics with a corresponding combat style. So you would kind of pick if you want to do melee, ranged, or magic as your main thing. Not surprised they're having this option again this year, but man, these are powerful. So the first one listed is the Superior Sorcerer relic. This makes all your mage weapons attack faster, which is great if you plan on using Tunican's Shadow. It specifically says that weapons with attack speed 4 or above are halved and rounded down, and weapons with attack speed 3 or below are halved and rounded up. This feature is in all 3 combat relics. This is kind of huge because in the last Trailblazer League we had similar relics, but they were all just halved, rounded up. Because of this, 4-tick weapons became 2-tick, which is double the speed, double the DPS. But 5-tick weapons became 3-tick, which isn't quite doubled, so this time around it'll be more balanced, or at least 5-tick weapons will be a lot better. Stuff like T-bow, Fang, Scythe, and Shadow are gonna be so overpowered. You save 90% of your runes when casting, which includes charges and stabs. Bind spells will always hit on an unfrozen target. That's gonna be so good. Gonna be lots of people doing Mage God Wars this league. Seems like the Arcane Grimoire is making a comeback. It was in the last league. It's an item that allows you to switch spellbooks right from your inventory. It seems like this time it comes with the Superior Sorcerer relic. This relic also gives you a free rune pouch. I assume there are other ways to get a rune pouch depending on your areas. And your rune pouch has 2 more slots. Magic attacks will deal an additional 25% as splash damage to surrounding targets, so you hit more monsters at a time. Magic accuracy is increased by 175%, and magic damage is increased by 20%. The other 2 relics are pretty similar, just in a different combat style. For Brawler's Resolve, you get the same attack speed increase. You're immune to all status effects, so like poison, venom, and fire breath. Wow. If you pick this, you'll never need to make anti-poisons or anti-fire potions. This relic gives you a 10% chance to deal a critical strike on a successful melee hit, dealing double damage. Melee accuracy is increased by 50%, and melee, ranged, and magic defense are increased by 50%. So basically this makes you tanky as heck and pretty strong. And last is the Archer's Embrace relic. This has the same weapon speed increase and saves 90% ammo, similar to the Mage relic. The ammo saving includes weapons with charges and chimchampas. Avas isn't so important to get when you have this relic, but even if you have access to Avas, this still gives you a boost to the ammo saving. Enchanted bolts have a 2 times boosted chance to proc. Really nice in situations you'd use a crossbow like Nex, Forecath, probably more I'm not thinking of. 10% chance that your weapon will fire an extra projectile, so you get a random free extra hit. And your ranged accuracy is increased by 100%. So with this relic, Blowpipe is going to be 1 tick and always hits. I think the relics are fairly equally balanced, but you should definitely pick the one that plays to your strengths based on the regions you unlock. So like if you pick Mage, you would want Occult and Tormented Bracelet from Kandarin, Tunican's Shadow, Ancestral, or some mix of those. You really need to plan ahead because even your previous relics could be useful or useless depending on which combat style you pick. For example, if you pick the Trickster relic, which makes box trap hunting really overpowered, you don't really need the range relic because it saves a lot of your ammo, and it's not like you need a ton of chins because you only use a small percent of them. I really don't know which relic I would pick because all of them seem really good. I feel like since I'll be getting a Bofa and have the small chance of getting a T-bow, maybe range would make the most sense for me. You really can't go wrong here, I think, as long as you plan your attack style around your regions and other relics. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you gamers tomorrow.